We're loving you, buddy. See you, man. What's going on, everybody? Today I'm super excited. It just poured down rain, so there's like nobody here right now. There's a hole right here underneath of this bridge. This place is always packed with people. There's a massive hole here. It holds fish. Like, this hole holds fish. I think there's going to be at least a lot and potential of a really big one. Let's have some fun. Let's catch some fish. Let's see what we can get. All right, so I haven't fished this spot in a really long time. I fished it once last year. It did really well last year and there was nobody here. Usually this place is lined up like crazy. It's a pretty easy access point. It just rained, and I know that's always a question that fishermen have. It's like, oh, or, you know, do fish hit in the rain? Do they hit before the rain? Do they hit after the rain? When are they at their most active? I don't think there's a clear-cut answer to that. I really don't. I think it could depend on where you're at, but I really don't think there's a clear-cut answer. I've done amazing before rain, during rain, and after rain. I've also been skunked in all of those. So I really don't think there's a clear-cut answer for rain is great for fishing, rain is bad for fishing. You can give these rooster tails a little bit of a jig, and sometimes that'll elicit a strike just like that. And sometimes those little jigs just, for some reason, I'm not 100% sure why, I think it just kind of flutters the lure, and it just works out really well. Oh, beautiful brown. Beautiful brown. Buddy, you are brilliant. We're gonna get you just dropped off. See you, man. Oh, yep. Little brownie. No, it's a pretty brownie. Little brownie. Pretty nonetheless. Dude, absolutely gorgeous. Buddy, we're gonna get you rolling. See ya. There's a nice one. Oh my gosh. Dude. Well, it's now starting to rain on me. I've essentially lost all daylight. Well, you know what? We got another one. That was not intentional, but there's a little rock bass. Okay, buddy. Dude, little rock bass. You can barely see it. Well, that was something. All right, coming back to the exact same spot. It's the next day. If you can't figure that out, it's raining on me a little bit, so we're gonna try to answer the question if these fish are hitting more in the rain or just after rain. So last night was after a rain. Right now it's during a rain. Let's hopefully put some more fish on today. Let's get after it. All right, so these fish do not seem to want to spinner right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rig up a trout magnet, and for some reason I cannot keep it in my hands right now. Everything's slipping and sliding all around because of this rain, and the rain really seemed to boost up the height of this creek. It muddied it up just a little bit. It's not a bad color, but it's not stopping. So It's not always a great thing. So rigged up a little trout magnet here. We're gonna get this tied on. Yeah, I don't know. The spinner's just not getting it done. I sent it through a couple of times and it's just not working for me. So I don't know if they're sucked down to the bottom, if they've been pressured like crazy. I got hits last night after the rain, but it's raining now, and man, it's just not, it's not going so well for me. All right, got that tag end clipped, little tag end in the backpack, all is good. I feel like if this trout magnet doesn't get the job done for me, I might change to a completely different location here. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try what's worked really well for me here with the trout magnet, and I'm just gonna throw a BB split on one end. It's a little bit heavier than I'm used to, heavier than I want it to be, but it should be fine. Just get it down to them. And hopefully this works. If it doesn't, then I guess I'm gonna move locations. I don't know. This spot holds fish. This is a hole that is absolutely massive and should be holding fish. But I'm also kind of surprised there's nobody fishing it currently. So that might tell you something. Maybe it's not holding fish. Maybe they're not in here right now. Maybe they've been pressured like crazy after it got stocked the last time. Not really sure. Either way, let's try the trout magnet. So this is about the realness of fishing sometimes, and this is what it is. So I guess this is it. I'm taking a drive down to some other strips of stream. I'm gonna see what I can do in some other locations. There's a ton of fish in here. That hole that I was at was loaded with fish. I got so many hits and so many falls, and I don't know what in the world it was that I just couldn't get anything on. Not really sure. There just weren't that many people there, which is kind of surprising to me because that place is always loaded with people. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep this real, as real as possible, and we're gonna go just kind of stream search right now and see what's what looks fishable, what looks like it doesn't have too many people at it, and we should be able to link into some more fish today. If not, then that is what it is. The weather's all over the place. Literally yesterday evening, I was wearing a t-shirt and completely fine. Earlier today, I'm wearing a raincoat and all this stuff, and right now I'm just down to my hoodie and a little bit of Under Armour. Like, this weather is all over the place, and I feel like that can absolutely just shut some of these fish off, and that's the name of the game, man. So, hey, let's hope we can put a couple more fish on today. This is, I feel like, going to be a little bit more commentary of a video than anything else, just because I'm not trying to give excuses. I'm just doing my best. Either way, let's put some more fish on. Let's get after it. I think this is the most I've said that in one video. And if you've had days like this where it just doesn't make sense that you're not putting them on and you're getting skunked and you're like, you know they're in there, comment down below, like this video, show a little love, because it's one of those days. Okay, today has to be, something's wrong with today, and I don't know what it is. This stream is always filled with people. This is a tiny mountain stream that I don't even fish anymore. The last spot is a place that I rarely fish anymore, just because there's always so many people at it. There must be, I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with today, but this place always has people at it. Let's try up into the falls here. Maybe there's something up in there, and there is. Oh, everything's hitting so light. Okay, come on, man. There's fish in here. There's a fish, finally. Yes. Got him. Out from under that log over there. Yes. Finally. Finally, man. Oh. Dude, What a beauty of a brown. Hands are wetted. We're loving you, buddy. See you, man. Very cool. Awesome release. Beautiful, finally. Holy cow, that took way too long. I know there's a lot up in this hole here. I just saw a school of fish literally swim from under this log right next to me. Oh, do you see this, guys? Did you just see that? Why? How? Yes, yes, yes. Nice one at that. Nice little brownie. Oh, finally. Like I said, finally we're putting some on today, man. Finally. Putting a couple on today. He's a beauty of a brown. There's actually a fly in this fish's mouth. It's got another little fly out of him. Let's get him a drink, and we'll get him rocking and rolling. Uh-oh. Somebody gut hooked him at an earlier time. This guy's been caught a couple of times. Best I can do for this guy is just cut that line and see if he's good to swim off. And he is. But he got caught, I think, like 3 different times. Wow. That is fortunate for him, I guess. So in that last fish's mouth, I got somebody else's fly. He got caught another time. Wow. That messed my lure up big time because this was in the side of his mouth, but then he was also gut hooked by somebody else's line. Holy cow. I found a little treasure trove in that fish's mouth. So I had to clip off my last rooster tail because it was so hung up in that other person's line. So I decided to tie on a little white rooster tail. And this white rooster tail is interesting because I've never used one of these already made single points. I've always had to make my own single points by cutting it off. I don't know, maybe these single points aren't able to get them on as good as treble hook. There we go. Single point's working. Single point is going to work just fine right there. Wee little feller. He hammered it. Easy peasy. Buddy, you are a beauty. Let's get you touched. Other way, other way, other way, other way. Quit swimming into the net. There you go. Good. There we go. Beauty. Absolute beauty. No damage, nothing. Just an absolute beauty of a brown. See you, buddy. Live to swim. I mean, I wouldn't go that way, but that's fine. So, the original hole that I was fishing at was not as loaded as I expected. But this second hole that I came to in this second little mountain stream was absolutely loaded with fish. So, you know, I mean, clearly these fish have been hit hard like crazy. All stalkers. There's a couple little natives in there. I actually had a little native brook trout follow, but didn't hit on. Still a little finicky today. But yeah, I mean, these fish have been pressured like crazy. But either way, able to put a bunch on, able to have a good old time, and able to really turn the day around. That's my windshield wipers. Able to turn the day around, able to have a good old time, catch a bunch of brown trout, Either way, everybody out there, best of luck. Keep tight lines. Remember, even Jesus had a fishing story.